Good morning, South. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance with the participants of this year's Turkey Trot.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll hear far more about yesterday's Turkey Trot later in the show. Good morning once again, and welcome to the Falcon Report for this Friday, the 4th of December, 2020, a day B2. I'm Aiden Andres. The holiday season has kicked off excellently thanks to the generosity of the South community, as generous donations have made their way to those in need in Valley Stream. We'll turn the time over to Marshall Eugene with the story.
South's various clubs and honor societies gave back to the community last week by donating to local families. As a display of their thanks, members of extracurriculars gathered a variety of essential goods to Valley Stream families. The clubs combined numerous non-perishable goods, such as canned vegetables, as well as various other condiments and ingredients, like cake mix, ketchup, and syrup. All these baskets of food and supplies were donated to the Valley Stream Food Pantry, where families in need could get them.
And clubs put together these baskets along with faculty members, some departments volunteered, and it was a really nice turnout, especially since it's been a difficult year for so many families financially.
The clubs accumulated a whopping 50 baskets of items to families in need and donated the remaining goods to the Holy Name of Mary. For the Falcon Report, I'm Marshall Eugene.
A meaningful way to cap off the Thanksgiving season. Field trips might not be possible this year, but who needs that when virtual city tours are an option? Sophomores in Miss Amanda Berry's Spanish class have expanded their knowledge on the city unit by presenting luxurious cities in Spanish-speaking countries. With more on this is Luke Costanzo. Luke?
Definitely so. Students in Miss Amanda Berry's Spanish 4 classes took an educational trip to a selection of Spanish cities, creating a new insight on the design and layout of foreign metropolises. From Barcelona to Madrid, students split into groups and were tasked with discovering several locations in their city, whether it being a fire station, cathedral, or even a bull ring. Additionally, each group had to select different attractions, opening the door to famous landmarks such as La Sagrada Familia or the Akbar Tower. Using Google Maps, students took pictures of each location and used that to describe their chosen city and convey their presentations. Upon exploration of the various locations and attractions, students then had to describe, in Spanish, where each place was located relative to each other, using directional words and phrases.
La Catedral de León es una atracción turística muy popular.
Using their matured Spanish vocabulary and grammar, along with the aid from Google Maps, students successfully integrated the navigational skill sets in a real-life scenario. For the Falcon Report, I'm Luke Costanzo.
What a sight to see, all right here in Valley Stream. Meanwhile, science research students honed in on the recently analyzed articles and presented their findings to their classmates. Coming together as a unified body, each sophomore was assigned specific responsibilities that, when merged, would amass to a full breakdown and comprehension of a chosen article. Their pursuits involved the in-depth scrutinizing of the article that strove to prove a significant correlation between naturally occurring caffeine deposits in floral nectar and the olfactory cognitive functions in honeybees. Exploring each part of the selected journal, students deconstructed the reading into the analysis of background information, the review of the reference literature, the rationale and objective, along with the projected hypothesis, explanation of the graphs and data charts, and concluding discussions as well. First observed and then critiqued by budding juniors, sophomores used feedback to structure their PowerPoint presentation and strengthen their collaboration skills. These were then tested when put under the eyes of their instructors, who reviewed and provided constructive advice and guidance to bolster the analysis process of their next endeavor. The pre-Thanksgiving fully remote period prevented what would have been South's first ever turkey trot, but you couldn't keep the turkeys down for long. The Falcon Report's Oliver Chazinski joins us in the midst of yesterday's rescheduled event. What's it like on the track, Oliver?
Thanks, Aiden. I'm here on South Tracks on this beautiful, lovely Thursday, and I'm going to be speaking about the Turkey Trot event with Mr. Maioli and the Character Action Team. So, Sully, tell me a bit about this run.
It's a great run. It's an incredible cause that we all wanted to participate in, so it's really great that we're here.
Can you tell us where the donations go to?
Sincerely South, to help all the needy people in the South community.
I'm joined here with Mr. Farrell. So can you tell us how your run was on this beautiful Thursday?
It was delightful to get out here. Wonderful event by the Character Action Team. good post-Thanksgiving holiday. Gotta, shake off some of that extra stuffing and turkey and pumpkin pie.
Well, I have to be honest, I'm really not running, I'm walking, but I'm here to support the cause. I'm just so proud of everybody who's out here today, and for everybody that contributed. It's going to a great cause to support those in need, especially in our South family. And thanks for you guys to being out here today.
Can you tell us a bit about Turkey Trot and what it's meant for?
Absolutely. So together with the character action team, we were looking for an event to set up to maybe have a fun event where we could collect some funds to help our community in need. And we were coming up with ideas, and one of the ideas was a virtual race. And what better than the time of year for Thanksgiving when we could help out our families during Thanksgiving and the holidays. And the school did a great job coming together, Falcon Report helping out, and I like to think everyone had a fantastic time.
On the posters around South, it said first annual. Are you planning to make this an annual event for South?
I believe that is the idea. We're hoping this will be the first annual. It will be an event to come every year, and hopefully it gets bigger and better with a bigger following, and we can have more fun and have a bigger event next year once COVID is behind us.
Well, thank you so much, and I'll beat you next year if there's another second annual.
Second annual, Oliver. I'll take that as a challenge. You got it.
Back to you, Aiden.
When the Falcon Report returns, we'll hear more about the Cultural Society's mastery in Chinese yo-yo. But first, a bird's eye view of South's library. The Falcon Report will be right back.
Hey guys, I'm here to help clean up. Wait, where did everybody go? If only I knew when this event happened.
How about you follow South Ski Club on Instagram so you can get notified of future events?
Wait, I don't think we're capturing any of this.
Wait, why aren't we getting anything?
There's no yearbook to put this in?
I didn't even think of that.
In a new spin on annual tradition, the Cultural Society has begun introductory lessons in yo-yo. The Falcon Report's John Stephen Lennis, along with his dog Leia, tells us far more.
Sure about that, Aiden. The Cultural Society has opened its first lessons and workshops for those interested in learning the art of Chinese yo-yo. This Tuesday, in-school participants met in the gym directly after school, with remote and cohort B students attending via Teams. The practice was supervised by Mrs. Patricia Franco and Chinese yo-yo student directors. They safely distributed the yo-yos, having students come up one by one and choose the yo-yos they preferred. Beginning with basic warm-ups, new yo-yoers learned how to start up their own yo-yos by swinging them back and forth and developing a rhythm of their own, getting the yo-yos off the ground and into the air.
Keep on the right, and you're going to float up. Exactly.
While returning students picked up with the tricks they were practicing last year. This is just the first of many lessons to come. For the Falcon Report, I'm John Stephen Lennis.
We did it, South. The month of December is finally here. The big question is whether winter weather will come along with this first month of meteorological winter. Graciela Alvarez has the answer and many more. Graciela?
Aiden, it looks like the first week of December 2020 will be both cold and wet. Let's begin with today's forecast following a little afternoon rain. Prepare for tomorrow's weather, however. While temperatures won't change much, we're expecting high winds and flooding downpours throughout the day. Probably a good day not to make outdoor plans. Sunday won't get any warmer as temperatures will move down to the mid-40s along with cloudy skies and wind, with only small peaks of sunshine to follow. We've constantly hinted at the chance of colder weather, and I think we're just about there. So bundle up, South. Back to you, Aiden.
Thanks, Graciela. Let us take a quick look at the latest steps and updates of the main entrance to South High School. Work on the security vestibule has been underway since the summer, and major steps have been made this past week. We'll have far more about this important security improvement in the coming weeks, but for today, that's all for this edition of the Falcon Report. From our entire staff, stay safe and have a great weekend, South.